Okay, so let me get into this. So it turns out, what I originally said coming into this month of August, shortly after this past weekend's festivities, that, originally I said that, after what I thought might be, as of this week, I thought I might still have this break, but it turns out it ended just last Wednesday. Now, from what I heard yesterday, it seems like I may have another break coming much sooner, and it sounds like it may just happen. I might have another one soon, and not just at the end of this month. Although I had already requested a day off on, what was it, the 29th? That's a Friday. But yeah, it sounds like it's not official yet, though. It's not official, but I'm praying that this next break will happen. However soon it is, if it's gonna be next week, then boy, do I got myself plenty more opportunities. And look, I still really want to watch Jurassic World, man. I hope by next week it'll still be out, because this week there were still show times for it in some of the theaters, even the big ones like Regal, the one in Chapman, and I think I saw one in Krikorian as well. So I hope, I hope that I can still be able to watch that movie in theaters. I've loved every Jurassic Park movie, from the original to the Lost World to even Jurassic Park 3 with the Spinosaurus, and obviously when you get to Jurassic World, the Indominus Rex and the battle of the T-Rex and the Indominus Rex. That was classic. To see like a hybrid T-Rex, like basically just a bigger and badder T-Rex going against Rexy. We'll call him Rexy, man. The famous icon of Jurassic Park. Having real rough battles. You know what I'm saying? So and then the other one was it. There was the other Jurassic World where they had the Indoraptor, the big old raptor, and then I think this other one was, I forgot what the last one was, but that one seemed out of place. It was okay, but it just felt out of place in comparison to all the other Jurassic Park movies that I've watched, even the Jurassic World and the second. So, but I'm still interested nevertheless, because I'm a pretty big fan of dinosaurs. So it'll be interesting. I've been a huge dinosaur fan since I was a kid. So I'm all about the T-Rexes, Triceratops, Brontosaurus, whatever you want to call it, Raptors. Although my favorite is usually the T-Rex, right? They are usually the king of all dinosaurs. So when I look at the T-Rex, it's like the most attractive looking dinosaur out there, and especially because it is the beast of all dinosaurs out there. Can dominate all other dinosaurs, so it's like the predator against every other dinosaur, you know what I mean? And looking at the Indominus Rex, which is basically a T-Rex but just bigger hands. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I really want to watch Jurassic World. This next one coming, I hope it's better than the last one. But nevertheless, I'm all about dinosaurs. So anytime I watch a dinosaur movie, I'm just gonna feel myself in Fantasyland with dinosaurs all throughout. And I love to do a painting on dinosaurs sometime. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, kind of find myself enjoying too much of what I say about Jurassic Park, even though this topic's not really about Jurassic Park. But anyways, getting back to this topic at hand. So yeah, like I said, I may have what appears to be another break coming. Now, I don't know if it's official, first of all. And if it is official, I don't know how long it's going to last. Because remember, I have another one coming out toward the end of this month. So hey, after all that I said about, I can't keep hoping and wishing, for any more of these. Well, look, it sounds like I might get another one, and it looks like I eventually have two. Now, that is subject to change, depending what happens, with my home life situation, and obviously my situation as well with my dump and all that. Now, of course, yesterday I talked about one of the companies, which happened to be Knots, calling me back in regards to my application for graphic designer. I totally forgot I applied for graphic design at Knots. How long ago was this? It must have been a month or so. So that's how I know, like, I guess I have the confidence or the patience now to, just knowing that, that I may receive another call, from any of the companies that I applied to, whether it's like from months ago or so, that like, hey, you never know. They called me up, hey, I just want to follow up on your application. So, I may see an opportunity there again. Who knows when that'll happen. I know I'll keep applying, dude. I've been really competitive with my applying from the past several months. I'm talking about just right after I ghosted my entire friend circle, just going into February, March, and just those 2 months alone, I applied to a whole lot. So, maybe I'll have a chance. Who knows what? We know the job market's really tough. So I'm just praying I get another call, even if it's from a company that I applied to like a month or so ago. So let's just see what happens, and I'm sending my prayers to that. Excuse me. If I was able to receive one yesterday from Knots, then hell, that shows me, like, because I totally forgot I applied for a graphic design position there. So it's I may have done it like a month ago or so, and it just shows that I may get lucky again with another call from a company that I might apply to for a graphic design position or something else from like a month or so ago, and I'll be like, hey, just want to follow up on your application, and I'll just never know. So I'm just gonna keep praying for that and crossing my fingers. So yeah, this topic right here, like, it's it sounds like I may just get another break. I mean, I'm talking about happening. It could happen very, very soon, or just we'll have to wait and see what happens first, because what my plans will be as I approach this next break is obviously, I know I've given a whole lot of thought on needing my own permanent space, and yes, I still need to consider that. I know September is coming. I know that the bird season is coming. Usually months like that, when I'm talking about the bird season alone, it tends to be very fast. That means all the 4 months are going to fly by a lot faster than the summer months. And why I say that is because, not to sound like a total nerd, but when I look at the sunset times, like, the days are going to gradually become shorter. And obviously we know with the time change in November, we'll only get like about several hours of daylight until it gets dark by like 5. So now I really hate that. I mean, I used to say it was like really sad, but I mean, it's like a sad, but to me it's like it's whatever, but it's like I don't want it, but I get it, because when it's Christmas time, because it is more nighttime and people still, they tend to see Christmas lights out there, right? So I get well, but yeah, the bird season is just it will tend to fly by fast because faster than these 3 summer months because part of the reason is that the gradual shorter days as far as like the sunset times being shorter now or sooner or earlier, and also when you get the feeling that, like, call me crazy, when it comes to September, the first couple of months is the first couple of weeks is going to be fall season, and the next thing you know, by mid to like at the end of October, I'm talking about Halloween, is Halloween season already. I can guarantee you that I'll be seeing a lot of Halloween ads or just marketing like gimmicks at the start of September. I can feel it. I started a little bit of crafting on my Halloween stuff from last year, so that I already know it's going to be coming, fast enough that once it's September, it's like, oh, it's fall, but at the same time, it's going to be Halloween. So I know a lot happens during the bird season, especially September and obviously October. The days get a lot faster, right? There's a lot of stuff going on. In October, obviously, we know Halloween month, making time to go to these Halloween events like haunted mazes, obviously talking about spooky theme parks like Knott's Scary Farm, Fright Fest, Dark Harbor. That was back about a couple years ago. What else? And then November, obviously Thanksgiving, although it's, for most of us, it's already considered Christmas season. We're seeing Christmas lights up by like the second week of November, or just like the week before Thanksgiving. We just know how that is, because even Coach is playing Christmas music at the beginning of November. I know it sounds crazy, right? But that's how I get the feeling. I'm getting roasted for like putting up Christmas stuff already on my work desk, and I'm like, don't skip Thanksgiving, man. Right? So, but look, man, like I said, to close this out, it sounds like I may have another break coming soon, and towards the end of this month, and boy, it's gonna be. I mean, to be fast here, I gotta start really thinking about getting my own permanent space and who knows what, right? But because it is the bird season, I don't know how I'm gonna feel. Look, I understand it's still August and it's still early because I'm having these thoughts, and I still want to make it a thing for me, because I know by the bird season, I know that a lot tends to happen, and it's like, I know the situation with my home and all that, but I gotta make some time to do all these seasonal events, and I'm talking about even for Halloween, like the haunted event, the haunted mazes and all that. So we'll have to see what happens. I'm gonna give it a lot of thought here. Yes, I still want to, I know it's still August, and I know there's gonna still be days where I'm still in reality. I still got to give this some thought, but obviously I'm not going to give up on my job hunting, and also, also just finding my permanent space. And I know it starts with a new job at first, but man, at this point, it's like I know I said it yesterday. I was even to Nathan on the phone when we had this conversation, that it feels like I really want to just, to just have my own permanent space, before I do get a new job. But the thing is, my pay is just ridiculous. And even Paula herself said it, it's so super sad, honestly. Like 12 years, me being there for 12 years, I'm only paid not even $18. Remember, she was paid $17 an hour before she left. And that was her 4th year, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, I'm going to leave it at that, man. So, yep, another day. I know it's Friday. It's going to be one of the slowest days. For some reason, it's one of the slowest days, these recent years, as I'm still working this dump. But whatever. All right, peace. Have a good day.